Fishing friends, still can't go to the beach. Water temperature warmed up, so trout, maybe not so many in the canal, but spot. Oh yeah, spot on. Let's go. All right, so I basically went out seeking spot 3 days in a row in the afternoon. I had to wait till I got off work, and it was low tide pretty much every day, so I had to push through the mud this day. It was really bad. I brought my little Daiwa reel. It's a 1500, and I have it on a little Daiwa rod as well. Real lightweight, kind of fun though to catch, especially if I'm just seeking spot. I don't need big tackle. Basic double drop rig, 2 ounce weight, store bought little hooks, one or one aught, can't remember. And I put a piece of fish bite on it, and not just fish bite, but I put a piece of shrimp on it as well. So the fish bite was sort of like an attractant, and the shrimp was like it was like a little cocktail. You know what I mean? So if I'm fishing for black drum, I'm gonna fish close to the shoreline because the black drum sort of patrol that area, and you can see there's like the creek coming in there. So I might fish above it if it's high tide or below it if it's low tide. But if I'm fishing for spot, I fish right in the middle of the canal, and usually that's where they're gonna be. Spot and croaker are out there in the middle, and so here you go. I got a spot right off the bat, and this one was a little small. So I'm looking for something a little bigger than that, but that's a spot, and he's going back in. But then what happened is, even though I fished for the black drum near the shore, for the bigger ones, the little ones seemed to be hanging out with the spots. So it just so happened that I started catching some black drum. So here we go. That one fell right off my hook. Now these aren't very big, these black drum I'm catching. They're like maybe 10 inches or something, so obviously they're going back into the canal. Now, if I had been targeting black drum, especially undersized black drum, I would have been having an excellent week. And I was having a good week fishing because I think there's two reasons for this. Number one, we had a full moon this week, and I think that helps increase the fishing bite. The other reason is the barometric pressure. Every afternoon when I went, the barometric pressure was rising. Now, fish have air bladders inside them, and when the barometric pressure is rising, there's more pressure on that bladder, and it holds it in nice and tight, and the fish are comfortable, and they're like, yay, I'm going to go around eating stuff because I'm just really comfortable. But when the barometric pressure starts to drop, it releases that bladder and it expands inside them, and all of a sudden the fish are like, wow, I'm really uncomfortable. I'm not going to worry about eating. I'm just going to like go look for a place that I can just get comfortable. At what depth can I get comfortable? So they're not worried about it. But now the barometric pressure was rising every afternoon, and I think that's why I was doing well catching fish, including this spot right here. Finally one decent size in the bucket for the fish fry. Now we just got to get a couple more. Now, I will say I am going to keep an eye on the barometric pressure and try to see if it makes a difference in the future. And I actually started logging it and writing it down to see what it was every day. And again, I've only gone fishing this afternoon of this week because I had to work. And of course, the pressure was rising each day. But actually, the third day, the barometric pressure did start to drop. And if you watch to the end of this video, you'll see the fishing bite does slow. But right here, another spot, and feeling pretty good about a couple of spots in the bucket. We want to fill it up. My plan is to put them in a pan with some butter and some lemon juice and some capers, and just kind of fry them up like whole, and we can pick the bones out later. Trying to fillet these things, that might be a little bit ridiculous. They're just not that big. But to get a couple of them in there in the pan and fry them up, I think we have some good eating. Now, a lot of these spot are in the 6-inch range, but I did catch a couple that were in the 8-inch range, which is really nice. I wish I'd catch them all in the 8-inch range. Even that 2 inches difference is a lot more meat. I'll actually post a picture of that 8-inch spots on the Facebook page. If you haven't been to the Facebook Sands in the Surf Facebook page, you should check it out. And along with the spot, I caught two other interesting catches. I got this guy right here, which was about an 8-inch, 9-inch silver perch. Some people call them sand perch. Normally I wouldn't keep a sand perch unless I was targeting them, but this time around I figured it would make a nice addition to my spots, fry spot fish we're going to eat. So, and this guy was a croaker, and I usually don't keep croaker either, but this was a really big croaker. Matter of fact, look, I measured him, 27 inches right there. Okay, maybe it wasn't 27 inches. While I still had that fish in the boat, I got another fish on the other line, and it was also a croaker. So this is great, so I'm just going to hold up the first croaker and just look at the difference. The one on the right is probably a normal size croaker that I usually catch, and look at this 27-inch croaker, citation, ginormous. Just a little bit of a difference there. So I'm probably going to keep that croaker too. And then the last one I got of the day here, it was a whiting, which I don't catch too many whiting in the canal, but on occasion I do catch them. And it's fun because they're one of the biggest fish I'm going to catch in there when I'm doing this kind of fishing, besides the black drum. And they put up a nice fight. So here we go, a little whiting. He's probably going to go back though, because compared to the ones I could catch in the surf, he's pretty small. And that was it. Just as suddenly as the fish bite had come on, the barometric pressure dropped, I'm telling you, and the fish bite slowed. And I was just sitting there. So if you get a chance, go out and let's check out this barometric pressure thing and see if it works. All right, let's go fishing.